Yes, indeed. Welcome back. Hello, my steed. Say hello to the boys. Show them that ass. All right, get down. Boys, listen, we gotta freaking talk. Now, every week in our group, we have Friday night thumos. All that is I ask, what's a thought that you had this week? That was, that was a good thought. Something out of the norm. Not just big booty Latinas and, beef between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. What was actually an original thought that you had in your life? So for me, it was this, and I want to share it with you right now. It was simply two things. The first one is how important it is to care. Now, I mean this, I want to tell you this because I think that it's very, very important. It's very difficult to care about something these days that actually makes your life better. It's very hard to care about anything. Let's just start out with that. I mean, we live in a society that makes it pretty damn hard to care about anything worth caring about at all. A bunch of bullshit, dude. Politics. Everyone's living in fear. Everyone just money. Just all cares to get the money. Just care to be entertained. But if you actually just stop and you think, well, what do I care about? What do I care about? Not not this and that. Not the left and the right, not the red pill and the blue pill, not MGTOW, not hate women, not, all like bullshit to care about. Just absolute tragedy to get stuck caring about those things. If you find something that you can care about, not get passionate about, so like emotionally passionate, but you just care about what you want to do on this earth. For me, I discovered this a long time ago. I watched my dad. He went to men's prayer group every Tuesday. And I remember this idea being planted in my mind. When I would watch my dad, I said, man, why is he so filled with happiness? Why is he so ecstatic every time Tuesday comes around? When he's out to eat with these guys after praying for an hour, and they're all just laughing. And then for the rest of the week, he has the best week of his life. He's nicer to my mother. He's better father to the kids, Then when he goes to the flea market on the weekend, now everyone wants to come up to him, talk to him. He's making people's day. And I remember seeing that once we moved, and that was removed from his life, it was he started to lose that fire, started to lose his, something was missing, man. It wasn't a good end for my dad. God bless him. But this idea was planted in my head, and I sort of started caring. Hey, maybe it's important for there to be a men's group. Maybe it's important for men to get together. That's been on my mind since I started YouTube. Since before YouTube, I knew the power of a tribe, a community, and it's always been something that I've cared about. Whether that be family, friends, a third space, like the cigar lounge, like the jiu-jitsu gym, I knew there was an important thing there. And I set out, since this channel, it's been something that's been on my mind. Unite the men, unite the men. Something I've cared about. That is not only given me purpose and vision in my life, something that I'm still developing piece by piece, but also something that's paid off really well. It's given me back success because this need I've filled in my own life. I started to try to fill that in other people's lives, and it's rewarded me very well. What's up, dude? Say hi to the boys. Hi. All right, you're gonna have to get down. So just to care about something. I think that when you find something you care about and you're not deceived about it, it doesn't matter if it takes 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. And that's the second point. You find something to care about, and then you have to remember. You have to remember why you care, man. Because I don't think many of us, me included, we don't feel time. We know we're going to be old one day. I know I'm going to be 80, but it's not maybe, if I make it to there, but it's not real. So it's very hard to be concerned with that day and that reality of, that real future that's coming, that real future. But it's real and it's coming. And it shouldn't scare you, but, it's so easy to forget. Why? It's so easy to get caught up in the mundane. And you forget what you care about, and you start caring about the wrong shit. And a lot of you guys, we're so impatient. Again, we don't realize time. 5, 10 years, 20 years, man, you're going to be so different. I don't care who you are. Especially when you're 21 and you're hearing this message. You do not realize the difference between 21-year-old you and 30-year-old you. Now, you're still the same kind of kid, playful, but you just let go of all the anxiety that you kind of have and the bullshit weighing you down and the constantly worrying about girls and, the opinions of others. And it's just your brain kind of, maybe it's dying a little bit. Your brain just gets a little older. It's man, that's some nonsense. I don't need to worry too much about that. Let me get on with my life. But the impatience that a young man faces to be successful right away and to do something with his life, I think it can often block you from really caring and making a positive change in the world. And using that year by year, month by month, and then 10 years, when you're 40, it's wow, you're just sitting in your car look at this, man. This is awesome. When I built this life that I kind of just created out of an idea, and I've been so blessed. Everything I've had the opportunity to do, you don't see that all at once. You're not supposed to. Sometimes just setting out on the journey, beginning that climb of that mountain, well, you figure out, well, where's the next handhold? Where's the next rest spot? Where's the next climber that I meet? But when you're at the bottom, when you're at the base of the mountain, that's when the mountain seems the biggest. It seems almost inconquerable to get to that peak. It seems like you're never going to get there. So a lot of people don't even start climbing. And what you discover is that when you begin climbing, not only is the path made clear to you, and you can study what you need to do next, the next, grip, but the mountain it's not as big. You're scared of falling, yeah, you don't want to fail, but you don't need to look down. You just keep going, you just keep climbing. And eventually you get there. But the mountain is always biggest at the bottom. And many people are at the bottom. They don't really care about anything, so they cope, they procrastinate on getting after something, using their time here on earth to make a dent in the world, and they just get caught up in political bullshit, anger. A lot of people are very drama queens. People are very, that's why I say emotional men are weak, because you just become a drama queen when you're emotional and you let people get you angry. Dude, I just don't get angry, man. I don't think I'm special. I just maybe a little annoyed. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, man. But am I actually angry? No. Oh man, imagine being angry all the time. That would be atrocious. That would be terrible. You'd be deep in the trenches if you're angry all the time. And I feel bad for you, man. You got to figure that shit out. There's no need to be angry all the time. But again, it's drama and gossip, and the society feeds you that. It feeds you that. You want to be cool, calm, collected, care about something. Begin not, I don't believe in this grind. That don't make no sense, dude. That's slave work. That's slave labor. Have a damn care in the world. Whether that be to have a family one day, I can't tell you. To make people, everyone has wants and desires. If you just took a moment to consider other people's desires and not just think about yourself all the time, you will easily see people want their AC. People do not want to be hot, right? These are your basic utilities. What you go deeper? They want love. They want health. They want money. They want awesome experiences. They want community. I mean, if you just flesh that out, there's so much there to discover. And if you care about any one of those things, you say, hey, that has helped me in my life. I could do that. I could start going after it. You don't even know. You don't even have to know exactly where it's going to go, but you need to maybe start. You need to start climbing in some shape, way, or form. I'm telling you, you go through the world without a care, and someone else's cares will direct where you're going. Someone else will pull you along. And then as time goes on, you know, you may have a little bit, but the longer you put off climbing that mountain, setting out on that Mount Everest, dude, you're just going to get strung along and you're going to forget. You're going to forget. And what you're going to do is you're going to die on that mountain. You're going to die on Everest because you forgot. You forgot why you started climbing in the first place. You just laid off. You lost the fire. You lost the thumos. You lost the reason that you're climbing in the first place. You know, and you're so impatient. You're so impatient. But, dude, it takes time. Just because you don't understand that 20 years is real, you will be there, man. But if you're distracted the whole time, 20 years is just going to pass you by. You have nothing to show for it because you didn't have anything to care about. You had the wrong passions, and you started to forget your way. So stay on the narrow path. That's what I really think that is important. And I really think it's something that you need to think about because we have too many men. And I know it in myself too. It's easy to forget. It's easy to forget, right? It's easy to forget. It's easy to lose your care. It's easy to lose your heart, your thumos. Realizing that you actually do have power. You know, there's a lot you can go deeper into why it is that everyone just seems to care about the wrong stuff. But there's many men out there that do care, and they're, you know, leading the way, and there's like-minded individuals. But make sure in your life, guard your mind, stay vigilant.